Here's a throwback of throwbacks, the third installment of real-life Home Alone horror stories. Everything you're about to hear was sent in by subscribers who swear it's true. I've trimmed names and places for privacy. Let's jump right in. 026 to 312. Story number 1, The Attic Pacer. When I was 15, my parents flew to my aunt's wedding, leaving me alone for 4 nights. The second night, around 2 a.m., I started hearing slow, deliberate footsteps above my bedroom, like someone pacing the length of the attic. My house is old, so I figured it was just mice or pipes. I even texted my mom a joke about it, and she replied, "Probably the house settling, set the alarm and go to sleep." I tried, but the pacing kept going for almost an hour. Never faster, never slower. Then it just stopped. Curiosity got the best of me. I grabbed a flashlight and an old golf club, set the alarm to stay so the motion sensors wouldn't trigger upstairs, and climbed the pull-down ladder. The attic smelled like dust and insulation. I swept the beam across the floorboards. Nothing. No boxes moved, no footprints, just that stale air. Then I noticed a single strip of yellowed insulation had been pressed down, like someone had walked on it recently. I backed down fast, locked the attic, and slept with every downstairs light on. When my parents came home, my dad went up to drop off luggage and yelled, asking why the attic light bulb was unscrewed and sitting on a beam. I never told him about the pacing. I still don't go up there alone. Story number 2. Pizza Delivery Stalker. This one is from a 22-year-old college senior living off campus. She was house-sitting her parents' place over winter break. Big 2-story house in a quiet suburb. One night, she orders pizza through an app. The driver shows up, hands her the food, and she thinks that's it. But about 30 minutes later, she gets a text from an unknown number. "Thanks for the tip. You're cute when you're home alone." She screenshots it, blocks the number, and tries to laugh it off. Then the doorbell rings. Same driver, same jacket, but now he's holding a cheap bouquet he obviously bought at the gas station down the street. He says he forgot to give her the receipt and thought flowers would make up for it. She says she's calling the cops if he doesn't leave. He backs off, gets in his car, but just idles at the curb. She locks everything, calls the store. Manager says the driver clocked out right after her delivery and no one authorized a return visit. She dials 911, gives them the license plate, and the cops show up in under 5 minutes. They find the guy still parked across the street, engine running, watching the house. Turns out he'd used the app's customer info to grab her number and address. He was fired and charged with stalking. Story number 3, The Landline Whisperer. Back in 2004, I was 12, and my parents left me with my older brother, who immediately bailed to his friend's house. I was officially solo for the night. We had a cordless landline in the kitchen. Around 10 p.m. it rings. The caller ID shows our own number, which I didn't even know was possible. I answer and hear nothing but faint breathing. I hang up. It rings again. Same thing. Third time, I pick up, and a whisper says, "I can see you in the kitchen." I bolt to the living room, heart racing, and peek through the blinds. Front yard is empty. I sprint upstairs, grab my brother's old baseball bat, and hide in my closet with the cordless phone. I call my mom on her cell, crying. She tells me to dial 911 right now. While I'm on with dispatch, the landline rings again inside my closet. The 911 operator hears it through the phone and stays on the line until a cruiser arrives. Cops walk the perimeter, find the phone junction box on the side of the house, pried open. Someone had clipped into the line and was using a handset from the alley to make the calls. They never caught who did it, but my parents got the box locked and added motion lights. I still don't like landlines. Story number 4. The Open Bedroom Door. This next one's short but unsettling. A 19-year-old was alone for a weekend while his family visited relatives. He's a stickler for routine. Every night he shuts his bedroom door completely. It latches loud enough that you can hear it. At 3:12 a.m., he wakes up and the door is wide open. He's confused but assumes he just forgot. He gets up, closes it, goes back to sleep. An hour later, he wakes again. The door is open again. Now he's spooked. He wedges a chair under the knob, takes a photo to prove it's blocked, and tries to rest. He hears a soft creak, looks over, and the door is moving. Not swinging, sliding, like someone is pulling it from the other side, slow and steady against the weight of the chair. He screams, "Who's there?" and the pulling stops. He flips on the light. Chair is still jammed. Door is now only open a crack. He kicks it the rest of the way. Hallway is empty. He checks the whole house, every door and window still locked from the inside. Family comes home, nothing missing. He insists the door latch was worn out, but he replaced it the next day, and it never happened again. Still can't explain how the chair slid without scraping the floor. Story number 5. The Ring Camera Kidnapper. Final story comes from a single mom who left her 9-year-old daughter alone for exactly 38 minutes while she ran to pick up a prescription. Kid was mature, had a phone, knew the drill. Mom has a Ring doorbell plus 2 interior cams. About 15 minutes after she leaves, the doorbell alerts her that someone rang. She opens the live feed on her phone and sees a man in a generic delivery vest holding a small box. Her daughter, trained not to open for strangers, talks through the door. "My mom's not home!" The guy immediately tries the handle. Locked. He knocks again, louder, then steps back and studies the Ring camera like he knows it's recording. He pulls out a roll of duct tape, sets the box down, and starts pacing. Mom is screaming at her phone, hits the two-way talk button. "Get away from my house!" The guy freezes, looks at the camera one more time, then jogs back to an unmarked white van, idling at the corner. Mom's already on 911 and floors it home. Cops arrive in 4 minutes, dust the box for prints, nothing usable. Ring footage is clear as day, but the van had stolen plates. They never identified him. Kid won't stay alone anymore, even for 5 minutes. Mom says the vest looked legit enough that a child might have trusted it. Scary reminder that predators know exactly when parents step out. So that's 5 more reasons to double check every lock and maybe adopt a very large dog. If you've got a true Home Alone story of your own, email it neatly written to the address in the description. Until next time, stay safe and don't open the door.